It doesn't matter whether you believe in Feng Shui or not. You have no choice. Your destiny is interwoven with the workings of nature and the universe.
Feng Shui literally means wind and water. 3,000 years ago, the Chinese studied the effects of these elements to select the best place to farm. They believed that energy, known as qi, flows in the earth and in people. They discovered that if they lived in harmony with nature, with the forces of qi, they would have peace and prosperity. Today, this ancient Chinese discipline has become a marriage of art and science that offers success and well-being when things are placed in harmony with the environment. According to Feng Shui, the way a building faces or the furniture arrangement of a room can enhance the flow of energy and invite success, or block energy and lead to failure. Feng Shui is an unwritten law in Hong Kong, where businesses routinely consult Feng Shui masters before breaking ground or opening their doors. The influx of Asian immigrants has brought this practice to the United States, and the rewards of Feng Shui are making it increasingly popular in mainstream America. Architects and developers are using Feng Shui principles in the design of new buildings. Donald Trump used this Chinese art of placement to build Trump International Towers in Manhattan. The feng shui of a home can make or break a sale in today's real estate markets. California brokers Ida and Tom Dearden lost deals over feng shui. Curiosity led them to a feng shui consultation of their office.
Shortly after having our office feng shuied, it seemed that more business started coming in.
In the beginning, there's no question I was a skeptic about it. I thought it was humorous and amusing, but something's changing.
Feng Shui is like interior design with your third eye, a mystical eye that guides the decor of a room according to the invisible flow of energy. Good Feng Shui takes an office or home beyond artful to a feeling of well-being. It's a tool for a growing number of interior designers, like award-winning Joan Malter Osborne.
When we've done children's rooms, I've seen them blossom, and I've seen people's businesses grow, and it seems to me that Feng Shui has something to do with that.
Feng Shui certainly had something to do with the boom in Primo Angeli's graphics communication company in San Francisco. His client roster is a who's who of corporate America: Nestle, General Mills, Bank of America, AT&T, and Levi Strauss, to name a few. And his shelves are crowded with a handful of his 400 awards. His designs are works of art displayed in museum collections around the world. 8 years ago, Primo sought Feng Shui advice about his design studio.
This is where we should turn the Feng Shui on the names.
Primo was told that the square posts scattered throughout the studio disrupted energy and movement, which affected the productivity of his employees. The sharp edges of the posts were camouflaged to create a smooth, calm feeling. Plants, which give off nourishing energy, were placed throughout the studio.
There's no superstition to this. This is practical good sense.
Oh, okay.
As creative director and chairman, the feng shui of Primo's office was critical to the success of the company.
The desk was here. I had the window behind me. It was a problem.
Primo faced people head-on as they entered his office, making him uneasy. So his desk was moved to the far corner from the door, where he could dominate the room's incoming energy.
Suddenly the whole place came alive. And it's a simple thing, but it happened. And then there were signals, in a sense, to come in, come out, enjoy it. It put me in a command position, which was the whole reason. If you're a designer, design manager, which I am, you don't want to have any negative effects that last too long on you. They affect everybody. It was almost magical. Within a short period of 2 or 3 weeks' time, there was a considerable change in the office, in the movement of the office, in the flow of the office, in the business flow, in the cash flow.
Primo's Feng Shui advisor was world-renowned Feng Shui master and mystic Lin Yun, who was one of the first to introduce Feng Shui to America. Master Lin is one of the major forces in making Feng Shui popular in the West by demystifying this ancient wisdom for practical use in daily life. As spiritual leader of the Black Sect Tantric Buddhists, Master Lin established its first temple in Berkeley, California in 1986. And since then, he has taught hundreds of Feng Shui disciples across America. In his spiritual voyages around the globe, Master Lin has met with the Pope, the Dalai Lama, and other world leaders like President Corazon Aquino of the Philippines and
George Bush.
From the churches of Scotland to the financial monoliths of America, Master Lin is in great demand. In Taipei, he advised the Hyatt International Hotel, and after his Feng Shui recommendations, the hotel occupancy dramatically improved. There are different schools of Feng Shui. Master Lin teaches the Black Sect Tantric Buddhist school and passes on knowledge from his 50 years of Feng Shui practice.
Black Sect Tantric Buddhism began 10,000 years ago in Tibet. When it spread to China, it incorporated aspects of China's culture like Taoism and Feng Shui. And when it migrated to the West, it assimilated ideas of modern science.
Master Lin's spiritual training began at age 6 in Beijing, China, when he drew the attention of a Tibetan Lama. The Lama saw in him a special karma, a spiritual power so strong that he took Master Lin under his tutelage.
There are various ways of looking at man.
这个气呢，我们说是这个人之所以能
From the viewpoint of science, man moves because of bones, muscles, and nerves. From the viewpoint of Feng Shui, man is activated by his qi. Qi moves the hand, and man can write. Qi moves the legs, and man can walk. Qi moves the brain, and man can think. You can say that qi is man's essential original life force. In Western view, when God made man, he blew life into him. Perhaps it can be said that the qi of all the people of the earth developed out of that initial first breath, a cosmic breath.
Feng Shui operates on the principle that harnessing the qi of our surroundings to improve the flow of qi within our bodies will enhance our health, wealth, and happiness. Qi is a life force energy forming pathways in our body that acupuncturists treat. Qi also flows through the veins of the earth, giving life to land, trees, and streams, and can sometimes be felt in places of intense energy like Britain's Stonehenge or Sedona, Arizona. It is often interpreted as electromagnetic energy, but magnetic fields only make up a part of this spiritual force that is present everywhere.
Those lines of force can collaborate with human energy to create conditions of health, well-being, etc. But if you arrange your house or the furniture in your house in such a way as to confront or fail to collaborate with those lines of force, then the wind and water, that is the environment of that feng shui situation, could become even devastating.
A West Point graduate, Dr. Whitson did an about-face from his military career into the field of human potential. One of his many jobs today is an editor for A Course in Miracles, a learning guide for inner peace. His ideas about life changed after a Feng Shui experience with Master Lin 20 years ago.
Once I saw what Professor Lin could do with this, I watched him heal people dramatically by some minor rearrangement of furniture or often the larger environment around a house. It forced me to open my mind to the whole idea of alternative concepts of the relationship between humanity and nature.
Professor William Tiller, a Stanford physicist, thinks he may have discovered a scientific explanation of Feng Shui based on his 30 years of studying subtle energies. He is the author of the groundbreaking book Science and Human Transformation, which reveals new scientific understanding of unexplainable phenomena.
I think Feng Shui fits in the subtle energy domain. Now, when we go to subtle energies, I define those as all the other energies that I think are out there that presently physics doesn't believe exist. And by subtle, I don't mean weak, I just mean very different. Let me give you some examples. All the, what we call the ESP phenomena, they all fit into the territory of subtle energies. Now, those kinds of studies have been reproduced at several laboratories in this country and abroad, and so it says there's good documentation. But it also says that our present view of space-time is woefully inadequate.
But realizing the existence of other dimensions of reality is crucial to understanding the workings of Feng Shui.
It is just the cognition of them that is the problem. That is, they function in a domain of the universe that we cannot directly access with our physical sensory system. We have to go beyond that.
When the Chinese observed the forces of nature, their powers of perception went beyond the ordinary. They tapped into invisible forces like qi, the vital energy of everything. The Chinese also saw two opposite forces at work, yin and yang. Feng Shui is rooted in the Taoist principles of yin and yang, two primordial interacting powers that govern the universe. Yin is female, dark, receptive. Yang is male, light, active. The interplay of yin and yang is a unity of opposites that creates a harmonious whole. Earth is yin and heaven is yang. Mountains are yin, water is yang. The ideal Feng Shui location is where the flow of qi keeps yin and yang in balance. For example, a place with mountain and water has harmonious qi and would be a good place to live. But good Feng Shui can turn bad when man-made structures interfere with the flow of qi. The angles and shape of a building can encourage good qi or cause harmful qi. In Feng Shui, different shapes have different energies. Professor Tiller has discovered the same phenomenon in his research. A square radiated 4 arms of energy when mathematical data of subtle energy was interpreted visually. So a building's design and location can affect energy flow and mean the difference between success and failure.
The success of this cluster of high-rise buildings will be fairly good. However, they are too close to each other. The taller buildings oppress the energy of the smaller ones, causing their development and profits to be slow.
A circle in Professor Tiller's experiments displayed concentric rings of energy.
Qi moves in a spiral pattern, so circular shapes promote a harmonious flow. The round shape of the Museum of Modern Art is good. The square of the building is yin, and the round of the museum is yang. It is a harmonious balance between yin and yang. The overall development of the museum will be very good.
Erecting a site with good feng shui was the goal of Donald Trump and his builders in the construction of Trump International Towers. They built the front doors facing Central Park West to receive the beneficial energy from the greenery, which will encourage success for its owners and occupants. But when the design of a building has bad feng shui, it can hurt business, as a shopping mall in California discovered. The Corte Madera Town Center had problems attracting customers, so they consulted with Bruce Powell, a pioneering architect who began using feng shui 10 years ago. He redesigned the mall to create good feng shui.
It was very drab. It was almost like a desert. One of the issues that we tried to bring back to the shopping center was the element of wood. So it's brought back in some tables and some chairs, and also more plants, more greenery, and more life to sort of raise the energy, to lift the qi, to draw more customers in. Feng Shui makes great design sense. It deals with a lot of practical issues that I think sometimes we forget about. We're charged to look at a project from the perspective of energy or qi, or how an individual moves through the space.
To improve the movement of qi, architect Powell eliminated beams that oppressed energy and made customers feel uneasy. He installed tall, pointed directories to lift energy. The result?
This is a real success story. I mean, my clients were just delighted. After a year and a half, business was up so much that they actually sold the center for twice the amount what they originally purchased it.
Transforming a home into a place with good feng shui may seem complicated, but much of it is practical. It involves looking at things that affect the flow of qi, like angles, shapes, furniture placement, and colors. Master Lin and Feng Shui practitioner Deborah Ji, who learned from Master Lin over 10 years ago, are evaluating a home to create an environment for success and happiness.
In this dining room, do you think it would be better to have a mirror hanging on this wall to draw in the qi from outside? A common reaction from people is, how can you achieve happiness by moving furniture around? That seems absurd. You don't achieve happiness by just moving a couch, but by moving a couch, you may be unblocking energy, and that will then create a sense of well-being. And that is the first step toward possibly feeling happy and feeling good about yourself. Can you tell Candia what you see about the qi of her surroundings?
Master Lin and practitioner Ji are advising psychologist Dr. Candia Smith about her California home. They are studying the location, looking for sharp angles from neighboring structures, and determining if the house is harmonious with the qi of the land.
Yes. He's saying the dragon. He sees the rolling hills that are peaceful, and he sees a dragon serenely lying down. And if you look at the cluster of trees over there, that's the dragon's head.
Over there, past the house.
Yeah, right, to the left over there. That's a high point on the land. In Feng Shui, the land is animistic, alive, and if it resembles a dragon, it has powerful qi.
The earth qi here is excellent. It is best to live where the plants and trees are green. That indicates the qi is healthy. If you live in a dry, barren place where the qi is dead, you will have a difficult life.
And he says that the energy here is harmonious. But he did say that your steep driveway makes it difficult for the qi to travel up here. But there's a solution for that. Yeah.
The path to your front door is the path of energy to your home. Your driveway is your pathway. and its steep incline limits the qi entering your house. This means you or your family may have difficulties achieving your goals. And your front door opens to a dangerous slope, so the home is not peaceful. But you can fix this. I recommend putting a convex mirror on the other side of the driveway, so when you come up the driveway, the front door will be reflected in it, which will draw the energy toward the house. Coming out of the house, you'll see the flat road in the mirror, so the dangerous feelings aren't felt. There are 9 basic remedies in Feng Shui. The most popular remedy is mirrors.
Candia's house is above the road, so she's not affected by its direction. But street angles and direction are important feng shui considerations because roads are arteries of qi. Residents of a house at the end of a cul-de-sac or at a T-section may have bad luck. The road directs fast-moving, destructive qi at the home, which can cause illness and misfortune. But luck can be changed with a feng shui remedy. Hang a mirror on or above the front door and install a water fountain in the front yard to deflect the negative qi. Water is the nectar of nature and is associated with prosperity. The good qi it generates will counteract the bad qi. So, Professor Lin, what do you think of the feng shui of the front door here?
The front door is the mouth of qi. This door is very wide, so that's good for the qi to enter. But the eave presses down on the top of the door, which limits the qi and may limit the success of the residence. The solution is to hang a wind chime.
Wind chime? Here? Yeah, and then over there at the other eve? Okay, let's go inside and... Brass or other metal wind chimes should be used. Their sound redirects negative energy and lifts up qi. One of the first things that we need to do in order to analyze the feng shui of your house is to look at the shape of your property, because the shape of it will determine how the qi and energy flows into your home. The tools used by the Black Sect Feng Shui are intuition and the bagua, a mystical octagon compass that measures the invisible influences of qi in your home and your life. Unlike traditional feng shui, the Black Sect school doesn't use a magnetic compass to interpret qi.
The Black Sect does not depend on the compass because it is only an instrument, a dead thing. It may read incorrectly because of electrical or magnetic fields and other factors. The Black Sect have in their hearts memorized the bagua. It is the compass of the heart. The bagua in the mind is alive and flexible. Most important in Black Sect Feng Shui is to use the dynamics of qi rather than fixed directions as a basis for decisions.
The bagua contains 5 elements whose dynamics influence qi. Fire gives birth to ash, earth. Earth yields minerals, metal. Metal creates condensation, water. Water nourishes wood, and wood feeds fire. Some form of these 5 elements are found in your home. Nature is also represented on the bagua and connected to fortunes in life. Fire is hot, bright, much like fame. Earth is feminine, receptive, a quality vital to relationships. Lake is a place of inspiration and birth of ideas and is related to children. Heaven is a place of divine beings. It has the energy of helpful people, benefactors. Water brings life to crops and gold to farmers. It symbolizes money, which is earned through a career. A mountain is where one meditates and gains knowledge through self-cultivation. Thunder booms like a stern voice from ancestors above, reminding you to respect your family and elders. Winds signal new possibilities, the winds of fortune and wealth.
By superimposing the bagua on your home, you'll see which parts of your house contain energy related to your life. You center the bagua over your house and align the wall of your entry to the base of the bagua. Your door will fall into either the knowledge, career, or helpful people areas. Candia's door is in the career area, which translates to greater opportunities in work. The bagua can also be laid over rooms and your property using the same principle. You'll see where your life areas correspond to different places
So
on your
just
property.
as you do inside the house, you do outside the house.
Yes, and you can see where your property narrows is in the marriage relationship area, which is sending sharp chi there. And also this angle is aimed at the marriage relationship area of your house. And all this may create tension and stress in your marriage. There's something you can do. There is a cure. For almost every feng shui problem, there's a cure. And
That's helpful.
And Master Lin suggests that you put a lamppost where your property narrows and aim the light back toward the house. And what the light does is it raises the chi and helps to recirculate the chi. Now, the shape of your house determines the shape your life is in. And what I mean by
I'm not
that,
responsible. Good.
what I mean by that is you take the bagua and you superimpose it over your house. You'll see what life areas correspond to which rooms in your house. And here, in looking at your house shape, your master bedroom is in your marriage area. And this is considered an enhanced area because it extends beyond the main frame of your house. Now this is good. This is also helping to compensate for the negative chi you have aimed at your marriage area from your angled lot. The ideal shapes for homes are rectangular or those with an enhanced area on the bagua, which is a part of the house that extends beyond the bagua. Living in this home can lead to prosperity and a happy marriage. In this other house, the occupants will be well known. However, if the house has a missing area on the bagua, such as the wealth area, that means missing energy in that part of your life, which spells trouble. If you live in this home, you may have financial problems. But by adjusting the bagua with a feng shui remedy, you can balance the energy and improve your life. Hanging a glass-faceted crystal ball at the corner of the missing area will activate chi. The auspicious round shape and prism of colors give crystal balls the power to either animate chi or deflect harmful chi. Another solution is hanging a mirror on a wall of the missing area to expand the space and chi. Or fixes can be made in your landscaping. A tree, fountain, or light can be installed at the missing corner to square off the home. Feng Shui believers avoid L-shaped homes, which have several major areas missing on the bagua. Your foyer determines how your chi is going to circulate throughout your home, and this is a bright, spacious foyer. This is good for the chi.
Oh, good.
But when Master Lin was here, he did feel a dryness. He pointed out that the sculpture, your carpet, and your staircase all have earth tone colors, and that gives you a feeling of autumn or winter when trees are dry or bleak and barren. And so that dryness can create a sense of depression or stress.
What could I do?
Well, what he suggests is putting a green plant here, because the plant will bring forth the idea of spring and life energy. It will raise the chi in this room and create that balance that you need. Your stairs, this is a good design because you don't want your staircase facing directly into your front door because your chi will get channeled out, your finances and opportunities will go out the door, out of your life. So this is a good design.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Having stairs pointed at you directs chi at you as you enter the door. It will negatively affect the health of both mind and body, and that will affect your success.
If stairs run toward the front door, as in this home, hang a wind chime or crystal ball between the stairs and door to redirect the chi, and hang a mirror at the stair landing facing the door to draw in chi from the outside and prevent it from escaping. Feng Shui rule number 1.
Uh-oh.
Don't sit with your back to the door. Because you're not able to get the chi that's coming in, you're blocking the chi. And also, on a practical note, you'll be surprised by somebody walking behind you. So the Feng Shui cure would be to hang a mirror right above here. And what that will do is it will draw in the qi and direct it back towards you. And then also you'll be able to see who's behind you.
Ideally, the best positions for your desk are facing toward the door, where you have the largest eye sweep of the room to control qi and benefit the most from it. These are known as the command positions. The location of your desk can encourage success or failure.
Did I say that?
Husband and wife realtors Tom and Ida Dearden closed more deals after they moved the desk in their home office to the command position. They also cleaned up clutter, which blocks energy. And at work, Ida moved her desk so she could face incoming clients and qi.
Just changing the direction of the desk helped a lot, and also cleaning it and getting everything in its proper place just is much, much more comfortable.
There's been a great deal of increase in our business. And I'd like to think that it is certainly because of the work that we've done in that office.
There was a sense of tension in the prior arrangement to the house, to the study, the way the furniture was.
In Victor's study, the discomfort was related to the placement of the desk. It was too close to the room's entry, putting him in the path of incoming qi. The desk was also blocking energy. It was moved to the far corner, which is also the wealth area of the room. The sitting area was moved to the other side of the study to balance the energy flow.
I felt much more of a sense of peace, the way the furniture was rearranged. That sense of calmness and peace has definitely influenced the amount of work and the quality of the work that I'm doing down there.
In Feng Shui, you're trying to create a balance of energy in your home, which is going to help you create a balance of energy in your life with your career, your marriage, and your family. You don't want the energy to be too fast or too slow because it'll cause stress or illness. So your living room, let's take a look at this. Your living room is very elegant and it's very, very nicely furnished.
Thank you.
Do you feel comfortable in this room?
We don't spend a lot of time here. I hadn't really thought about it. Maybe it's because it's not that comfortable. I don't know.
Well, a lot of Feng Shui is intuitive. You walk into a room, you don't feel comfortable. Usually it's because it has bad Feng Shui.
Really?
And in this room, your couch is not in a good position because it's in direct line of the front door. So the qi is directly aimed at you and making you feel uncomfortable. The best place for your couch would be over there against that wall, so you'll be able to absorb the qi, receive the qi as it comes into the room.
For comfort and good energy flow, arrange your couches so you have an expansive view of the room and entry. This also allows your personal qi to expand, open up space, and you'll open up energy in the room and in yourself.
The furniture arrangement in Lynn Witzer's living room was concentrated near the entry, stifling the energy. Stagnant qi can cause tension and depression. After a feng shui consultation, Lynn moved her couch deeper into the room and formed a somewhat circular furniture layout, which creates better qi flow. She also hung a mirror above her fireplace to deflect the harmful qi created by its slanted wall. Slants disrupt energy and can cause accidents. Plants were placed on each side of the fireplace. They represent the element wood, which feeds the element of fire and creates more energy in the room.
It feels fantastic. I love it. It's so open. The energy just moves naturally in here now. I'm much more relaxed when I come in here. When I come home at the end of the day, the first room that I want to go into is this room. I feel drawn into it. When I changed this room about 3 months ago, I felt more productive. Several things happened almost immediately. One thing was that my relationship with my parents changed. It just got better. And there wasn't some of the tension there had been before. I used to have some tension.
Lynn's living room is in the family area of the Bagua, so it contains energy related to family. When she rearranged her furniture to create a harmonious energy flow, she also created more harmony with her parents.
If you walk through your front door every day and you face a wall, you may be subconsciously feeling frustrated and you'll be hitting a wall in life. If your house is cluttered, then your mind is probably cluttered. If you have furniture that's blocking the natural path in a room, you'll be stumbling on it and you'll feel uneasy and probably be less productive, which means that you'll be less successful in whatever you try to do with your life. So there's a lot of common sense to Feng Shui, but behind that common sense lies the dynamics of qi, energy. Now your kitchen is a very important room. It represents abundance. Food comes out of the kitchen, and if you have food, you have money. And your burners also symbolize wealth because it helps to produce the food. The more burners you have, the more opportunities you have for wealth.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and you've got 6
We're lucky
burners,
here.
so that's great. And where you are here, the positioning of your cooktop is good because you're able to greet all the qi that comes in. You're facing toward
Now
the
that-
main point of entry.
Assumes that I stand here cooking, doesn't it?
Well, where else would you be standing? Wouldn't you be standing here?
At the phone ordering pizza.
In Lynn Witzer's kitchen, her back was to the door when she was cooking, which didn't allow her to receive any energy. To correct this bad feng shui position, she put a mirror on the backsplash of the stove. Besides drawing in energy, the mirror also reflects the burners, doubling wealth and blessings.
It immediately opened up the room, and I could feel more energy in the room coming across the stove.
Which bunk does your son sleep in?
The lower bunk.
Sleeping in the lower bunk oppresses the qi and development of Candia's 10-year-old son. Pasting reflective paper on the bunk ceiling can expand his qi and his mind. Furniture placement, angles, and color in a child's room can affect health, grades, and personality. Her son's room has slanted ceilings that send sharp, cutting qi at him, causing irritability and illness. The lower ceiling chokes his energy, slowing down his maturity. Candia told us that her son did have temper flare-ups. The remedy is to hang tassels or some sort of fringe along the slanted ceilings to soften and smooth the flow of qi. The use of tassels is a solution with mystical meaning. In ancient China, tassels were used in draperies, robes, and umbrellas of emperors, so they symbolize royalty and are imbued with the power to direct qi upward.
有2方面，一种是
Of the feng shui solutions, there are 2 types, the mundane and the transcendental. The mundane solutions are ones that are reasonable, common sense, logical, and easily acceptable. The transcendental solutions are apparently without reason, and yet possibly the most reasonable and therefore difficult to accept by most people. To me, the mundane and the transcendental are both important. If you use only mundane solutions without the transcendental ones, you will be missing something.
Master Lin advised Candia to also add something green, like a plant, to lift energy in her son's room. After several months, she was surprised by changes in his behavior.
And he's just such a happier boy and responds so much better to challenges and frustration. He has more reserve, it seems. That has been remarkable.
In feng shui philosophy, colors can increase or drain energy and affect emotions and behavior. Interior designer Joan Malter Osborne is a color specialist whose innovative work has been featured worldwide in hundreds of books and magazines. Like an increasing number of designers, she uses feng shui ideas of placement and color to give homes a special nurturing feeling. Each element and life area on the bagua is associated with a color. To improve a part of your life or fix a feng shui problem, you can apply the corresponding color on the bagua. So, to create better family relations, green can be used in the family area of the house. And like a serene forest reaching to the sky, green has the energy of healing and rising qi. When Joan used green to design the bedroom of a hyperactive 7-year-old boy, she did more than just change his room.
He was rather a wild child, a wonderful, very sweet boy, but he was all over the place with physical energy. And so I used soft greens and grays and a very soft yellow. And we organized his room very well with the principles of good energy. And he has calmed down and he's doing well in school.
Joan's biggest feng shui challenge was in her own design studio. A small, windowless room had to be converted into a comfortable, inviting space for creative meetings.
It's a difficult room to make feel right, and this was a room that really needed some feng shui cures. This is our fame wall, and what we've done is put up our awards, and we've done the colors in red and yellow.
Red is the color of fire, which is the element connected to fame. So having a red wall and symbols of recognition in the fame area of the room will help boost Joan's business reputation. Mirrors in the wealth area urge good fortune. They also double the images of her design books across the room, symbolically increasing her work. Joan also hung a chandelier instead of a crystal ball to activate good qi in the room. Like others who use feng shui, she is adapting Eastern aesthetics to fit Western lifestyles. She designed a banner to soften the qi from a sharp corner rather than using the traditional feng shui solution of a plant.
You use solutions that fit with your aesthetics, they will be effective. But if you use feng shui solutions, they will be most effective.
Bathrooms are tricky in feng shui because water symbolizes wealth. So depending on where it's located in your house, you can be symbolically flushing away all your finances.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's your toilet?
It's around here.
Oh, good. This is a very good feng shui position for your toilet. You've got this wall obscuring the toilet. You don't want to see the toilet when you first walk into the bathroom for two reasons. One, psychologically, it's not a pleasant thing to see. And two, feng shui-wise, it symbolically flushes away your wealth.
Oh, okay, good.
The worst location for a bathroom is in the far left corner from the front door. Since this is the wealth area of the home, you may suffer financial woes. But you can troubleshoot the situation by putting a mirror on the outside of the bathroom door to deflect qi and prevent fortunes from escaping.
Well, look at the bed's in a good position. It's facing the doorway. It's getting the qi.
The location of the bed is the most critical feng shui consideration in the bedroom. The ideal bed position is diagonal to the room door.
That way you could absorb all the qi coming into your room. But your bed is fine where it is.
Okay.
Yes. And this is
It's not usually practical to have your bed diagonal to the door, but having it in any of the command positions is the next best thing. From here, you dominate the door and can control good and bad qi as it enters. Avoid having the bed directly in line with the door. Energy will be aimed at you, creating sleeping problems, tension, and illness. If there's no other place for the bed, hang a crystal ball or wind chime between the door and the bed to neutralize the destructive qi.
Oftentimes, bedrooms have beams over the bed which disrupt the flow of energy. In Victor Talmadge's room, these beams send sharp, cutting qi across his body while he sleeps, which can lead to restlessness and health problems.
I was not sleeping very well at all. I was having very fitful nights.
Bamboo flutes were hung with the mouthpiece aimed toward the floor to redirect and smooth the energy flow. There's also symbolic meaning in this feng shui remedy. Centuries ago in China, messengers would play flutes when they brought tidings of peace.
And literally within 2 or 3 days, 4 days, I was sleeping normally and was having very deep sleeps.
And this room probably is one of the most important rooms in your house because you spend about a third of your time in here.
Right.
So it has very powerful qi. And if your plot has good feng shui and your house has good feng shui and you want to improve your life, this is the room to do it in. You take your bagua and you superimpose it on this room and you can see where your different life areas are. So say, for instance, to improve your marriage,
Yes?
this corner, you would use a feng shui cure where you have your stairmaster.
A stairmaster isn't a feng shui cure?
No, it might even be saying that your marriage is a workout and you'll be huffing and puffing less if, say, you put a plant here with the colors of pink, white, or red. Those are the colors that encourage positive marriage, good relationships. And here where your fireplace is, this is your fame area. So if you wanted to expand your reputation, you could hang a mirror here.
All right.
And to improve your wealth, your blessings, you would look at this corner. And actually your wealth is missing in the design.
Because the room's not rectangle completely, I see.
Right, in the design of your room. So what you could do is, out on the eave of your deck, you could hang a wind chime, which is going to bring in more qi and compensate for the missing wealth area.
My husband's response to feng shui entering our life was initial complete disbelief and almost scoffing. That I would even think that these kinds of activities would have some influence on our life. And he thought this was superstition.
In spite of his skepticism, Candia made feng shui changes to their entire home. And within 5 months, her husband's business increased, their daughter's health improved, and communications with her husband got better. He then finally warmed up to the idea of feng shui.
Could it be the flowering plant in the relationship corner of my bedroom? Things are better. There's a lightness in the relationship and in the family that wasn't there before. There's more tolerance than there was before. And the thing that changed was attention to the feng shui within our life.
Two people living in a home with bad feng shui will always be fighting, will have a bad marriage, lousy career, and bad finances. But when both are in an unobstructed, harmonious environment, their relationship and their lives will have a sweetness.
The Deardens didn't think they could be much happier in their life until they made feng shui changes to their real estate business and home. A long hallway conducting fast-moving, threatening qi led to their bedroom, which could cause illness and tension. They placed a mirror on a bedroom wall that faces the hall to deflect the harmful qi. In their bedroom, Tom and Ida hung pictures evoking peace in the meditation knowledge area to encourage tranquility. A crystal ball was hung in the wealth area to beckon prosperity. And they put happy portraits in the romance marriage area to enhance their relationship.
It's much more pleasant in this room than it was before. It compels you to kind of stop and smell the roses. When you have pictures of pleasant times in your life, it keeps your frame of mind better. And if you have a better frame of mind, I suppose you interact with your spouse better.
I have to say that feng shui, for me, has enhanced my life financially, emotionally. I think our relationship, although it's always been great, is even better.
I think you do have a tendency to walk into a room and say, something is wrong here, but I don't know what it is. And we had that in a number of rooms in the house.
Those rooms, the living room and study, were rearranged to unblock energy and have a harmonious flow of qi.
Both professionally, the rate of work that both my wife and I were receiving was not as great as it has been since the changes. We have received many more offers. We are making much more money. We have found that not only have we been much more relaxed around each other, but physically we are feeling much better than we have in the past. I have a chronic medical problem which has definitely been improving since we've made these changes. You could always say that it is coincidence because they did happen at the same time. But if it wasn't happening before, and we had been in this house for a year before, and those things were not happening, then the likelihood likelihood of it being a pure coincidence is fairly slim.
My response to skeptics is that I don't think it makes any difference if you can exactly identify what is causing the change. And I find that the changes that I've made based on the Feng Shui consultation have worked. I'm more relaxed. I feel that I have a breath of fresh air in the house. I feel more creative. My social life expanded. All of my friends started to call me. A little bit of romance. It's my inner nature that's changed. And I do feel that I'm just more in this, I'm more in sync. I'm more in the flow of things. It's not such a struggle to get myself to do things as it used to be.
People want things to be better, but we're all working so hard already. You know, we see our psychologists, we read the Wall Street Journal, we punch the time clock, we do everything we can do to make our lives better, and it all feels like work. Feng Shui is the work that is not work, the sitting and breathing and just noticing how things feel to make it easier. It's a intellectual entertainment and perhaps a spiritual vacation.
Well-being, a sense of peace, a soothing environment can be achieved with the help of Feng Shui remedies that resolve energy imbalances. And by placing a remedy in a part of your home that corresponds to a life area on the Bagua, your life may get better. Most of the 9 remedies were discussed and are as follows. 1. Light refracting objects, like mirrors, crystal balls, or lights, activate qi and deflect bad qi. 2. Sound. Wind chimes or bells redirect and moderate qi flow. 3. Living things. Plants, flowers, and aquariums have nourishing qi and lift energy. 4. Bamboo flutes direct qi upward and symbolize peace. 5. Moving objects, such as water fountains or mobiles, generate positive qi. 6. Heavy objects, like rocks or statues, can stabilize a situation. 7. Electrical objects, computers or TVs, stimulate energy. 8. Colors encourage good fortune and well-being. And 9. Transcendental remedies using mystical symbols or rituals that need to be applied by a Feng Shui practitioner.
What Feng Shui does is it forces you to look at your life in a different way, actually in an 8-sided way, like the octagon, Bagua, that has all your different life areas, career, fame, marriage, and so forth. And you look at these different areas of your life and you see what's working and what isn't working. And you also see how everything is connected. So what Feng Shui does is it develops an intuitive intelligence.
When you are on the beach watching a sunset and the heavenly skies are wrapped in gold light, you feel something transcendent. You have aligned yourself with the forces of nature. In Feng Shui, you arrange your house to have this same powerful feeling of peace and contentment. If everyone honored the spirit of the land, there would be lasting world peace.
you.